We have Shehu Okimbaloye back again, this time to give us a heads up on what is happening. Shehu, I can see behind you, it seems to me voting has commenced.
Yes, live voting has since commenced for over 2 hours now. No, about 2 hours to say. And the weather just changed slightly because the weather has been very good with us until recently that the weather just changed. It's sunny slightly here at the Ikosi High School. From what we can see, at about 1 p.m., a lot of voters try to make way so that they can join the queue and get the voting started as fast as they can. From what you can see just on the left shoulder here, you can see that the queue is thinning out and people are gradually moving out because a lot of them have voted and they're returning home. And some of them are still hanging around just behind the camera and around here at the different polling units that we have here. We have close to 3 or 4 of the polling units just within these premises of the Ikosi Senior High School. From what you can see behind me, just what I explained to you earlier when you came here was the fact that we have 2 boxes. There are 2 phases into this process, the governorship poll and of course the State House of Assembly polls is on the way right now. And what is happening basically is that everyone that you see on the queue here, they've been accredited and they came back at about 1 p.m. And now what we can see now, they are on the queue and one after the other, they still need to go through some form of check to be very sure that they're the same set of people who came earlier for accreditation. And it's very simple now. What is happening here is that every voter comes around with his or PVC, and when you show your PVC to the ad hoc official here, your name is checked again once for clarification, and your thumb is going to be marked. Then you can be given 2 pieces of ballots. Then you go up to that corner there, then you thumb print the ballot, then you go in there and insert the ballot and put it in the boxes there. You remember one of the men that I spoke with earlier on, an elderly man who spoke with us. He's been standing here all day. He didn't go home. He's one of those guys who didn't go home, but he's there again to talk to us, just to give us an understanding of what is happening. Thank you again for coming to speak to us. You've been here all day. I've been seeing you. You bought drinks for some of these guys here.
Yeah.
What can you say about the process so far?
Oh, beautiful, fantastic, peaceful, open, and credible. And it is one of the fairest elections I've ever witnessed in my life. I've been witnessing elections since 1963. This is one of the fairest I've ever noticed. And it's peaceful, fast, fantastic.
All right, you've been waiting here for several hours, to say early in the morning. I saw you when you got accredited. You waited, you were sitting under the tree, you went home, you came back. And from all of this that you've seen so far, how will you rate INEC in this process?
On the scale of 10, I'll give them 9.
From what you have seen so far.
And it is well, the arrangements is fair. They came in on time. The accreditation started on time, and the voting started right on time.
Before I allow you go, the presidential election came with some hitches anyways. And what we saw last 2 weekends and now, what can you say about the improvement that you've seen? Do you think INEC learned anything from that presidential election?
Oh, obviously they did. Like I said, the polling agents and all the rest of them came on time. We started accreditation here at 8 o'clock, and the voting started right at 1 o'clock. And even the card readers, they worked perfectly. And where there was any hitch, they took note of it and marked it up on their register.
Thank you so much. I'll allow you to go. So maybe you can go have lunch right now. Thank you so much for talking to us. Well, that's one of the men we spoke with earlier on. I allowed him to say a bit so that you can give us his experience. He's one of those who are tarried enough to see this process up to this point. But now, let me give you an understanding of the turnout here. There are about 1,047 registered voters here at this polling unit. But for what we have seen so far, the accredited voter here is just about 156 It's interesting the kind of turnout that we've seen here. And in some of the other polling units here, it's slightly over 1,000, but not up to 200 who came forward for accreditation. That's the nature of the accreditation that we've seen. And some of the ad hoc officials told me that even during the presidential election, they didn't see more than 140, 150 people turn out of over 1,000 people who are registered in here. Back to you, Sulaiman.
Well, many thanks, Sheung, for that nice one. Well, we just hope that in a moment now, from the way we have seen just behind you, it will seem as if this is not going to take them till about 5 p.m. In less than maybe a couple of hours, 2 at most, this should be over and done with where you are at the moment. Well, anyway, Sheung, many thanks.